Good morning, kids. Welcome to Monday review for your test, which will be tomorrow. Yes, you have a test tomorrow. I've only talked about it a million times. So this is your review. I'm going to cover everything that will be on the test. Hopefully your substitute has the YouTube link so that if you miss anything that I'm talking about right now, you'll be able to go back and look at it tonight and catch up on anything that maybe I went too fast on. Obviously, I am not a YouTube sensation. I have no idea what I am doing. So I'm gonna try and we'll see how it goes. You should have a couple things out. You should have something to write with. You should have a highlighter and you should have your lit books out because these are yours now. And you're going to highlight and underline all the things that I talk about so that you can go home tonight and you can study. So please get those out for me. While you are doing that, a couple of housekeeping things that I need to talk about. Obviously, you have your test tomorrow. On Friday, we will be doing the rewrite of the essay that you got back today. Hopefully you got it back. I made all the corrections on it and you will use those corrections and those notes that I made on your rough drafts and you will rewrite on Friday. So that is the plan for this week. So today is review, tomorrow is the test. Friday, I will be back with you and we will do writing workshop where you rewrite your memoir. So moving on, hopefully you have your lit books out now. Please turn to page 146. There's a big 4 at the top. Please turn to page 146. There's an outline on it. You now own these books so you can highlight in them. You should highlight, and I think I've told you this about a million times, but you should highlight on page 146, the very first thing, Washington Irving. We're going to talk about him in just a second. We've already talked about him. We're going to review the things that you need to know for your test. And the second thing you should highlight is the second thing on there, which is when the sketchbook was written. And this is specifically for Ashley. The test question that will say, when was the sketchbook written? That is for Ashley Levitt. So you should know those two things on this page. Flip over to page 147. This is, if you go back in your memories, the Knickerbockers and the New England School. We talked about the two different schools. They were located in two different geographical locations. So you should know the name of the school. You should know the name of the geographic location that both schools were associated with. So for instance, the Knickerbockers were located in, you should say New York City. They were located in New York City. You should also know a couple of the authors that were associated with the Knickerbockers. So for instance, we've been talking about him very recently. William Cullen Bryant was a Knickerbocker. That's something that you should know. You should know also James Fenimore Cooper. Those are two that you should know for Knickerbockers. New England School was located in Boston. You should know that. You should know Longfellow was associated with the New England School. Oliver Wendell Holmes, John Greenleaf Whittier, and James Russell Lowell. The other thing that you need to know about New England School is that they were so common in the day, like in that time frame. They were so well known that they were also, their nickname was the household poets. So they had several nicknames, but the one that I want you to know is household poets. So Knickerbockers, New England School, page 147. Those are the things you should know. They should be underlined, highlighted, or written down on a sheet of paper. Okay, moving on to page 148. There is a picture of that guy, Washington Irving. You should know his birth date. You should know his death date. How do I know that, Mrs. Crawford? Well, it's literally right underneath his name. Okay, you need to know that. Highlight it, please. You should know line 1, the collection of essays and tales called The Sketchbook. When was it written? You should know the collection of essays and tales called The Sketchbook, made by Washington Irving. You should know Sketchbook. You should know when it was written. He was considered a satiric writer. What does satiric mean? We've had this discussion. Look back in your notes, look it up. I gave you a very specific definition for that, so you should have that.